Hey everybody, welcome back to Burley Fishing. Today we have another unboxing video for you. This month we're doing several different boxes. This particular box that we're going to open up right now is from 6 Cents Fishing. I know that they offer good quality gear. I've never heard of their mystery box until this month. So I'm excited to check it out. So let's crack this bad boy open. I guess first and foremost, it comes in a package looking like this versus some of the other boxes that I've opened in the past. So I'm interested to see, oh, and I see why. So this is probably the fanciest looking container I've gotten. If you guys have gotten Mr. Tackle Box or Monster Bass or any of those, you know, you get that box with all their logos on it. This comes in a bag, which is pretty rad. So let's dig in here. Ooh, baby. I think we're gonna have some fun with this box. This is gonna be very fishable. All right, so we're just gonna dump them all out and I'll go one by one here. And we're gonna open them up. We've got another camera rolling so I can give you guys some close-ups on these. So first things first, we've got the Cloud 9, which is a 1/2 ounce crankbait. Probably got a little glare there. And this will be less glary. This is a 1/2 ounce crankbait in sort of a ghost gill type color pattern, it looks like. This one says it dives to 4 to 8 feet. Let's get her out. Oh yeah, that looks great. So it's pretty translucent. It's got 2 little rattling balls. So we go. Rattling balls. It's got a rattle system in there. Nice wide bill for diving. So again, it goes to 4 to 8 feet. It's a pretty sick color. I love that, and looks like some pretty solid hooks on here too. At any rate, so we got a higher water column diver here at 4 to 8 feet, so semi-shallow dive. Next up, we have the Crush 100X. Right, and this looks like a Squarebill. Bust this bad boy open. Oh yeah, so nice fat Squarebill here. Boom, again, it's got sort of that gill pattern. This one a little more like blue-gray kind of color with that orange belly, so that's hot. Got, again, pretty nice stout hooks there. Yeah, and this one is a 5/8 ounce, dives 2 to 5 feet, so it's pretty rad setup there, so I'm excited about that. This is a silent Squarebill, so if I hold these, there's no rattle. So, you know, most of your Squarebills, they have that heavy wobble. That's the whole idea behind the design. But a lot of them come with a rattle, so it's a little different approach. Again, like kind of the point of the Squarebill is you're supposed to be thumping it across like rock and logs, and it kind of carries its own sound. So if you don't want to scare away any fish, if you fish where you're at are a little more finicky, you know, adding extra sound and brighter colors doesn't necessarily always work. So this is a good way to sort of like sneak into those hard to reach areas, make some natural sound, not overstimulate the fish, and probably get more catches in that area. Next up, we have another Squarebill. This is the Crush 50, 3/8 ounce, diving again 2 to 5 feet. But that looks like that right there. It's just a smaller version of the other Squarebill. So here's the 2 side by side. You can see obviously we have one a little bigger than the other. So this is the 100X, this is the 50X. A little side by side comparison there. So this one again has a little bit of orange on the belly there. This is called a ghost shad, so a little more shad coloring on the top and on the sides versus the gill patterns that we've seen on the other 2, but pretty rad. See even the little red from the gill, so pretty detailed. This one does have a rattle in it, but again, just a smaller size. So depending on what the fish are taking in your area, maybe you go for the smaller Squarebill to get more catches. Next up, we have the Movement 80X. This is way different. I haven't really seen any crankbaits in this shape before. So we got a little close up there real quick. Bust this baby out. So this is a very shallow diver. So 1 to 3 feet this one will go. can see it has more of that wake bait lip where it comes almost straight down. Again, huge trebles. These trebles are crazy. But again, semi-translucent body with a little more shad coloring, orange on the belly, a little chartreuse mixed in there too, and these nice big eyes. So this is gonna cause a lot of commotion, a lot of movement on the water surface. It'll go down just a little bit so you can get it over a more shallow structure. But yeah, it's pretty decent sized body, like pretty good sized body here. Interesting shape, more of a banana type shape, but yeah, it's gonna move some water. This would be nice. I'm actually pretty excited to fish this. I haven't seen a bait like this before. So that's awesome. That's again the Movement 80X in the chromatreuse shad color. Chromatreuse. It's a little chrome on top, chartreuse stripe, a little more chartreuse across the bottom, so it's got that flash, the bait fish colors that you're gonna have in your water. So far this has been awesome, by the way. This is a pretty awesome box. What I will say is, like, if you get most of your other monthly tackle box shipments, you're not often getting crankbaits. If you do, you're getting a crankbait you probably wouldn't have fished before, not standard like squarebills and stuff like that. You're probably getting wake baits, maybe something a little different than you're used to, which is cool. It's great to like get outside your comfort zone and try different things. But I think this package, this bag box from 6 cents comes in around $28.99. So it's really competitive with all the other brands out there as far as like monthly shipping options, but you get all crankbaits, which is cool. I mean, like these are some of the more expensive things you're going to buy when you're fishing. And if you are limited in stocking them right now, or you're just looking for some different variety, and the fact that 6 cents makes some of the best ones out there that I've seen, and I'm really excited to fish them. I have a few. I've caught plenty of fish on some 6 cents squarebills in the past. Makes this a pretty solid box. So if you want to stock up on some crankbaits, some squarebills, probably some topwater. It looks like my last one I'll open is a topwater. And you want some variety there, this seems to be a pretty solid box. Bag, rather. Next up, we have the Curve 55. So this is a 5 to 9 foot diving depth. Small crankbait, so we have very small size here. So with this type of color too, very interested about these little spots that are on it. So molting, okay, that's why. All right, so it's a molting crawfish color. So it's got, if you look at that, sort of the stripes patterning from the shell of the crawfish that you typically see on a crawfish pattern crankbait, or really any crawfish bait for that matter. You've got sort of the darker like orange on top, brighter orange on the bottom, like so. And then the molting pattern is just sort of these spots that you're gonna see across the body. So again, semi-shallow diving, we've got 5 to 9 feet. In deeper pools of bigger rivers, so I live pretty much right on the Grand River, for example. It's a big river. I'd be throwing this quite a bit. It's gonna get through most of the structure. You know, might get hung up once or twice, but we can usually retrieve it out of the river pretty easily. But yeah, this would be pretty solid for that. I like it. I don't have too many like small crankbaits that I can throw, so I'm pretty happy to stock up on a few more. This one looks good. I think the other ones I have are in more like a ghost gill pattern or something like that, more translucent. So again, this expands my options. This gives me more options, right? All right. Last one. So real quick recap here. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got, fancy that, out of these 6 cents box, I got 6 crankbaits. Typically when you're buying crankbaits like these, I'll check their website here right now. Each of these hard baits typically on their website is $9 or $10. So if you add that up, we're somewhere around like 55, close to 60 bucks. It costs us $29 total to get this thing, so we're saving at least $25. So that's a pretty great deal. Again, if you want to stock up on some hard baits, this is really the way to go. Last one we got here is the Dogma. So this is a topwater walking bait, and it comes in a 1/2 ounce size, this particular one. Bust this baby out. So that right there Again, in this sort of like shad, this is the metallic chartreuse, right? Chrome thread fin. But it's that sort of metallic chartreuse body. So we have this chartreuse stripe. No chartreuse on the bottom of this one, but a little sort of that metallic look, that orange belly up near the top. Again, it's a walking bait, kind of like a spook, or most of the topwaters that you would pull along. It's not a popper, but it's going to walk really nicely across shallow structure. Is where you're going to want to throw something like this. So pretty excited. I don't have too many topwater baits. I've been getting a lot more into topwater though this past 2 years. So this will really expand my tackle for me. So yeah, all in all, pretty awesome deal. Again, we have, bam, 6 hard baits that we got in this box. That's a pretty awesome deal. We saved about 25 bucks overall. And it comes in this really cool bag. I don't know what I'll do with this, but I don't know what I do with all of my monthly boxes anyways. So it just goes in the pile, and we'll figure something out. But thanks for joining me, you guys. If you like videos like this, again, please subscribe to the channel. Throw me a like, maybe even share the video, and ring that bell if you want to know when I post more videos. I post 2 a week. Typically, one's an unboxing like this, and one would be getting out on the water. For example, we're getting into fall fishing here. I have a very limited window left in Michigan to fish with things like this, so I'm going to want to get out and try these babies out. So stay tuned for more. We'll see you guys out there.